I'm Dr. Priya Bansal. I'm a board certified cosmetic plastic surgeon, and today we are going to talk about mommy makeover. So, a mommy makeover is not just a makeover, it is a complete remodeling or a complete remake of a female who has undergone lots of changes, lots of aesthetic changes on her body because of pregnancy and breastfeeding. So, when we talk about the changes occurring in a female during pregnancy and breastfeeding, the first change which occurs is weight gain. When we talk about weight gain, there are areas in our body where no matter whatever we do, what amount of exercise that we do, these areas we are not able to get rid of the fat. These areas can be lower abdomen, the flanks, the thighs. The solution for this is liposuction. What we do in liposuction is we make a few holes in hidden areas of the body and fat is suctioned out through these holes. Since these holes are in the hidden areas, they are not much visible and the scars they fade away with time. Second change which we talk about is the breast. Now during pregnancy, the breast glands and the ducts they increase in size and the entire breast increases in size. This is a physiological change. But some patients they get back to normal, but many patients retain this hypertrophy. So the patients they have a lot of shoulder and back pain resulting from this hypertrophy. So what we can do for this breast hypertrophy is a breast reduction procedure or a mammoplasty. What we do in a breast reduction is we give a scar around the areola and a vertical scar downwards, and the excess amount of breast tissue is removed and the remaining breast tissue is rearranged to give the breast a beautiful conical shape. And with this procedure, the patient is relieved of the shoulder and the neck pain which she had because of the hypertrophy. Now, what happens with breastfeeding? Whenever a breast is engorged with milk, it increases in size, and after the baby has fed, it decreases in size. So what is happening is, just like a balloon, it gets inflated and deflated, inflated and deflated. So there comes a point when the skin of breast it loses its elasticity. So because of that, the breast sags. Now what we can do for this sagging breast is a breast lift procedure. Again, the scar is same around the areola and a vertical scar. No breast tissue is removed, only the breast tissue is rearranged to give it a nice shape. Some patients also experience a loss of volume in the breast. So what we can do for this is a breast augmentation, which can be done either with a prosthesis, which can be a silicone implant, or with autologous fat. So the third change which occurs is in the abdomen. As the baby grows, the abdominal muscles they stretch, the tissues and the skin, all of it stretches. Now as the baby comes out, all of this they contract. But even if we do a lot of body toning exercises, some amount of laxity remains, mostly in the lower abdomen, and some amount of laxity is also in the abdominal muscles. What happens because of this is the female always has a bloated appearance. What we can do for this is an abdominoplasty or a tummy tuck procedure. What we do in an abdominoplasty or tummy tuck procedure is we give an incision in the bikini line, and this excess skin is excised and the muscles are tightened. So the scar it remains hidden in the bikini area, and the female gets a narrow waist with a nice S-shape. So the fourth change which happens is in the vagina of the female. What happens is during childbirth, the entire birth canal it stretches. The muscles stretch and the mucosa also stretches. This not only gives discomfort to the female, it also gives a negative impact on her sexual life. What we can do about this change is we can offer her a vaginoplasty procedure. What we do in vaginoplasty is we tighten the muscles and the excess mucosa is excised. The scar is hidden within the vagina itself. And after this procedure, the female has a better sexual life. The ideal time for a mommy makeover procedure would be at least 6 months after delivery. Now, why this 6 months lag? First, after delivery, it takes about 6 months for the physiology to come back to a normal state. So we shouldn't be doing things when physiology is not normal. Second important point is during this first 6 months, the vascularity of the tissues is high and the hormones are imbalanced. So what happens is, if we do a procedure in between, the chances of intra-op bleeding is more, and there are high chances of having wound infections, which would lead to a bad scar wherever we touch. The third most important point, which I, being a mother, consider to be very important, is this first 6 months are very crucial for bonding between a female and her child. So doing something which is not in the physiology and doing something which would have a negative impact in a mother-child relationship is something which would be unethical. Future pregnancies per se will not be affected, as in the patient can become pregnant again, the muscles will stretch comfortably, the skin will also stretch. But the only problem is, whatever procedure you have done, it will all be reversed. You will again go through all the changes in your body, starting from breast to abdomen to vagina to weight gain, and whatever has been done will be undone. So the entire procedure will become a waste. So it is ideally recommended for a patient to have completed her family before opting for a mommy makeover procedure. When we say mommy makeover, it doesn't mean that all the 4 changes have taken place in the female and all the 4 procedures have to be performed on the same female. This has to be customized according to the patient's expectations and needs and the surgeon's assessment. Now, some patients may need only a breast and abdomen, some may need a breast and vagina, some may need liposuction and breast. So it can be either a combination of 2 or 3 or all of the 4 surgeries. So now, once we have decided what procedures need to be done, whether we need to perform these procedures in a single stage or multi-stage depends on the patient's condition, on the setup, the surgical setup where the surgery is to be performed, and most important, the surgeon's expertise. So if all of these are favorable, then it is preferable to do the entire surgery in a single stage. This not only reduces the cost of the surgery, but most important, it reduces the overall downtime that the patient has to take after the surgery, the recovery period basically. Patient is admitted in the morning of surgery. The surgery itself takes somewhere between 2 to 6 hours, depending upon whether we are doing a single surgery, which would take about 2.5 hours, or we are combining all the 4 procedures, which would take maybe 6 to 7 hours. The patient is discharged from the hospital either after 24 to a maximum of 48 hours. If we are doing an abdominoplasty, the patient has to walk with a slight bend forward around 30 degrees for next 10 to 12 days. The patient has to wear a compression garment for liposuction breast procedure or abdominoplasty for a period of 6 weeks. Now, the patient can resume normal activities from the day of discharge, but he has to restrict his physical activity as in exercises, lifting weights to a period of 6 weeks. There will be some amount of swelling and bruising which would slowly settle down. In 2 weeks, most of it would be gone, but this it keeps on settling for a period of 6 months to see the final result, and the result keeps on improving day by day.